Hello, hello, another day, another recording. This will be a very inspired episode, I do believe. Reason being, because you do know, all you regular viewers, is that I've been not smoking for the year 2024. So far, so good, right? I've now gone 24 days without any cigarettes, 24 days without any tobacco, 24 days without any nicotine. And you think that it gets easier with time, but I'm feeling, I'm at a point whereby it feels harder with each passing day. I feel a desire to smoke now more than ever before. And what do I realize with this journey is that there are things that I did in the past that I still do to this day that have really been useful on this journey. It's only been a 24-day journey so far, but still there are things that really helped me over time. And one of these things that I realize is coming up again and again on this journey is awareness of my thoughts, awareness of the old tricks my mind is trying to play on me. So I might be at work, it's a quiet day, there are no students right now, or I'm walking in the streets, or I'm in my apartment, and a thought kicks in. I might see a pack of cigarettes, someone smoking on TV, someone smoking on the streets, and a thought kicks in, and the thought is, I might as well just smoke one cigarette. One cigarette doesn't hurt. I mean, if I buy a pack of cigarettes, that's 20 cigarettes. That is one a day. If I can smoke one a day, then that's good, right? I mean, nicotine has some benefits, some cognitive benefits. I might as well enjoy one a day. It's not even really enjoying. It's just using this nootropic to elevate my cognitive abilities. And this thought kicks in every once in a while. And then we have this smokeless, this heating devices in Japan. If you live in Japan, you know things like IQOS, like Glow, like what else is there? There are a bunch of them. And I do have one. And I keep telling myself, hey, if I buy cigarettes for this device, that's not really smoking. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It's healthier for you than smoking a regular cigarette, right? Isn't it? The tricks I'm playing with myself. And I see these things coming over and over and over again. And every time, as soon as the thought comes into my mind, I'm able to tell myself, hey, Oscar, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing right now. I'm aware of what you're trying to do. I can see these games. And how is it that I am aware? There are many things in my life whereby I have tried to quit, I have tried to do better, and I wasn't able to in the past. And why is that now, with what is arguably one of the most addictive habits known to man? Why is that I'm able to go 24 days without partaking or participating in this activity? When the first thought comes in of like you can just have one cigarette, you can just buy one pack and last you 1 month or a few weeks or whatever. The awareness of that thought is possible in part because of my meditation practice. So I have been meditating daily since the year 2017. It's actually a habit I started in October of 2017, I believe. Maybe it was a bit earlier than that, but I made a promise to myself at some point in time that I'm going to be meditating every day. And back then I learned about, it was something I watched on YouTube about how to create a new habit and how you're supposed to link what you want, this action, to something that you do normally in order to create a new habit. So in the beginning, I told myself that if I want to go to the bathroom, whenever I feel like going to the bathroom for a long call, for number 2, I will first meditate for 2 minutes. Whenever I feel like going for number 2, I will first meditate for 2 minutes. Of course, with time, doing this became a habit. So I will feel like going to the bathroom, okay, just turn on my time on the phone, 2 minutes, then go to the bathroom, right? And I was able to build on from there to make it 5 minutes at least once a day, 10 minutes once a day, 20 minutes once a day, 30 minutes once a day. There was a time, not anymore, that I was doing 2 1-hour sessions in a day. And for the longest time, people say that when you meditate, you get all this cognitive benefits. You're more able to deal with stress, you're able to reduce anxiety, you're able to focus more. But with all of these years of meditation, I was never quite able to notice the benefits of meditation. It's one of those things that you do. Like I can't really, it's not like going to the gym. Now with going to the gym, a couple of months in, it's pretty obvious that someone is going to the gym. If you're a skinny dude or you're really fat, go to the gym for 6 months. And 6 months in, it's going to be pretty obvious to everyone around you that you've been working out. Now with meditation, it's not obvious to anyone else, right? It might be. If you're previously you're very anxious and very prone to stress, but it's not immediately obvious to other people that you're meditating on a regular basis. And it's also not obvious to the person who is meditating that I have been meditating. Like, where are these benefits, right? Because whatever changes occur in the individual are not obvious to the individual. Same with working out. Even though I've been working out for 6 months, because I'm the one living in this body. I'm the one who's moving around in this meat vehicle. It's not obvious to me the changes that have been taking place on a day-to-day basis. To me, whatever is happening just seems normal, right? But at some point, you're pulling on that pair of jeans that are too tight and you realize, oh, they're a bit loose. That shirt was too tight. Oh, now it's fitting me really nicely, right? And that's when you notice, oh, there is a change. Now the shirt fitting nicely is how is me with cigarette smoking now, or rather my attempt to quit smoking now. It's like I'm finally realizing, oh, all those years of meditation are working. And how can I tell? Because the mental tricks I will normally play with myself to keep a bad habit going on, I am able to see those mental tricks before they take effect on me. Right? I'm catching myself in the act of tricking myself. Now, there have been many times in the past when I actually tried to stop smoking. And I believe it was in 2019. In 2019, January, I made a promise to myself that I'm going to quit smoking. And I came to Osaka. That time I was living in Kyushu, the southernmost island of Japan. And I came to Osaka with my wife to visit her family for the New Year's holiday. And I made a promise to myself and to my wife that this year, 2019, will be the year that I will quit smoking. And I was able to not smoke for 2 weeks. And I remember I walked up to a train platform and back then there used to be smoking zones on train platforms, at least in Kyushu. And I was in this train platform and I noticed the smoking zone I was always smoking at. And just looking at that smoking zone was enough to convince me to go outside of the station, go to the nearest convenience store and buy a pack of cigarettes. Now, there are many areas around where I live right now, even around my business, whereby I made a habit of smoking in those areas. Just walking from my apartment to my school, that was my smoking walk. So just walking down this path triggers the desire to smoke, because I had linked the walk with the smokes. But now whenever I'm walking and I pass by the convenience store where I used to buy my pack of cigarettes, I realize my mind saying, hey, Oscar, just go in. Just buy one pack. You can make that last for a month. You've basically quit. If you're smoking one pack a month, you're basically a non-smoker. Just buy one pack. But I walk right past. It's like I'm not going to buy my coffee in that convenience store. I'm not going to buy chewing gum. I'm not going to buy gum in that convenience store. I'm not going to buy anything in that convenience store, because I know walking in would be me risking having another smoke. Meditation is finally working. Now, I'm sure it must have worked in other ways that weren't as obvious to me since 2017. It's now 2024, right? There must have been many times whereby meditation did in fact help me, but it wasn't immediately obvious back then. But right now, I'm seeing how meditation does help. And this isn't like, I want to encourage others to try meditation. Now, meditation has been linked to many religions, to Buddhism, to Hinduism, and to the Christians, to the Muslims, and maybe even the Jews. I'm not quite sure. You might feel that this is a practice that is to be left to those religions. And my counter argument will be is that meditation isn't really emptying yourself as some of the Eastern religions might claim. I feel like meditation, as far as I am concerned, and this is just my opinion, is that meditation is teaching yourself to be aware of what is going on in your mind. And as a Christian, I'm seeing how this does in fact help my Christianity. Now, this year, like, it's pretty obvious I'm trying to quit smoking. Actually, let's say, insofar as I haven't smoked, I have quit smoking. But there are other habits that I am trying to overcome right now. And one of these habits is lust. Not using pornography, just focusing on attractive women I see as I'm walking down the street. This lustful habit, because I know when I'm looking at a woman, I'm not genuinely just appreciating her beauty. I'm having lustful thoughts. Now, when this happens, like, my meditation comes into play again. It's like I catch myself doing this thing. And all I have to do when I do this is tell myself, Oscar, you're being lustful right now. And turn away, right? And this, like, I've realized while doing this, like, I repeat that phrase so much in the days, like, prior to attempting this, I wasn't even aware of how lust was carrying me through the day. Not even carrying on, how I was abusing this desire throughout the day. Now, meditation has made it possible again for me to be aware of myself doing this. I mean, lust is one of the 7 deadly sins. And it isn't about, what is lust? Is it that, what does it mean to act out on lust? Is it looking then fantasizing? Is it simply looking? What does it mean? But what I'm finding myself, what I realize in me is that the act of looking, the act of perpetuating, the visual interest, is enough to drive my thoughts into a dark place. Right? So meditation does help with that. And in turn, I believe meditation is helping me find my way into a stronger, more ideal Christianity. So meditation isn't about Buddhism or Hinduism or Taoism. Meditation is just a human act. I believe people in the past will be like, you've come from the fields, you had a long day, and you sit down on your porch and you're having your tea or coffee or whatever and just enjoying your field, just looking out into the field. I do believe that is a form of meditation, because it is you being present in the moment, in gratitude, appreciating what is before you. That is meditation. Now, I can take that appreciation of what is going on before me and turn it inwardly and say, Oscar, what is going on in my mind right now? And that is meditation. And I believe if everyone out there just attempts to make a habit of this, it definitely will affect you years down the line. You might not see the changes in 6 months, not like going to the gym. Not in 1 year. You might actually, like me, it might take several years before you actually notice any change. So try and make it a habit. 2 minutes a day, every day. 2 minutes. 2. Not 10, not 20, not an hour. Start with 2 minutes a day. 2 minutes a day. And it just might change your life. Thank you for viewing, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Goodbye.